Hi. Hey guys, it's Kill with another video. This one is going to explain a little bit more, explain like basically what Predecessor, uh, what their plans are for the future of the next 2 months. And I'm going to discuss it with you guys in a little bit of detail through the eyes of a support class. All right. So I have this up, and this was the patch on the 7th. I have this up for a reason because this is going to be a huge discussion point on the next 2 months and what they're trying to build and what they're trying to provide as far as balance changes and who they're going to gear towards next, really. Um, so for my introduce myself, my name is Kill, that guy Kill. I stream every day, 5 p.m. around that time, every single day. Thank you so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. Like, subscribe. Let me know what I am doing wrong and what you guys would like to see improvements on. All right, now that we got that out of the way, so as you can tell in season 1, they did focus, and they did say this. They're going to focus on ADC, okay, items exchange unit. The item usage and balance, and a better pathway to build items for said characters and in particular fights, as well as balancing and thinning out certain things. What they did do in season 1 is they did create a path, which was the critical strike, on hit, or penetration. That's just a little example. Core paths for ADC. As you can tell, this whole season was geared towards ADC, balancing them to an extreme, and then balancing characters around the ADCs, such as Crunch and Kalari. A lot of that happened because of that, and then you see supports getting shifted just a little bit because, again, they don't want to utilize a support character and overpower a group more than the other one. So they want to, when you balance one character, you tune out the others, right? And that's what they did in season 1. They gutted out a lot of people's kits and techniques and items, and they reworked it to where people were given a said path, which is it's a really cool feature. I really do appreciate that. And they did announce that what we're waiting on now is their first original character, the Huntress, which is supposed to come out on the 21st. We're going to do a huge revealing trailer on that. And that brings me to the next point. So the last character is actually a movement-based ADC. That tells me that their characters that they're going to build in the next couple months are characters that are very diverse but unique in particular roles. This one has an ability where they literally have a movement power. That's actually really insane. Her ultimate is an area effect around the body, which is huge. Actually, it's pretty crazy. And she has an ability where she can stun. She has a stun, she has a movement ability, and her ultimate hits a wide range at an area. She's going to be one of the nastiest people to ever find whenever she blinks in and ults at the same time as Gideon and Grux uses, or anybody stuns just for 1 second. Anyone could die. Or everyone could die. It's going to be crazy to see the timing, and it seems to me that they're creating characters also that are more combo based, which I really love, and they need to make every character kind of like that. Not every character, but most characters that fit that genre should be able to do it. Like Muriel, there's no excuse why Muriel can't have a combo ability like she does in Paragon. There really isn't an excuse. And that brings me to my next point after Huntress is I believe supports in the next season are good. Well, at the end of this season are going to be huge changes. Not only that, but I feel like there's going to be even bigger changes in next season. And in the support eyes, so far this season has been an up and down roller coaster for support characters. Let's be honest. And no matter who you main on support, it has been an up and down roller coaster, because ADC is becoming extremely powerful. Then they become underwhelming, overpowered, underwhelming, overpowered, underwhelming. And then at the same time, they're tweaking out other characters. So it's like underwhelming, but everyone's ganking you, and it's frustrating unless you pick one particular character. Like, they did so well on tuning things up just in time for this season to like come to a winding stop and introduce this new character, tighten it up just a little bit, and then boom, they have themselves a really, really good game. Or, you know, at the time. So season 1, huge success. They got what they were trying to go for. The only thing I say what could be improved on season 1 so far is they said they're going to give us in-game results. Like at the end of game we get results. Not enough. There's no support results. Give me support, like raw support results. Give me that. I want to see, you know, assist. How did I get that assist? You know, what kind of magical damage did I boost? How much damage did I, you know, all these things, like how much healing, how much shielding, how much damage did I personally negate with my shield? Stuff like that would be really great. Another thing is that you should really look at supports as a board, and Muriel is lacking one thing, which is a stun. I don't think you should give her one, but provide her with a cleanse that is something unique to any other support characters. A cleanse would be really good, and that's just my opinion. I think that'd be really, really great. The pathing for ADCs is really, really crazy, because you really don't know what you're going to get when you see someone gearing up towards a certain item. You don't really know where they're going until they get to the third item. So they still need to tighten up the core paths on that, because it's really hard to tell where they're going to go with it. Because right now it's literally ADC versus ADC, and whoever beefs up the other one first wins. No strategy. It's just how it is right now. No point in getting like armor that you would build your whole, you know, build around, because because then they're gonna out damage you. So it's a very risky and weird type of placement you put on people. So, but besides that, they're doing a very good job on announcing and attacking the problem. They're doing a really good job on that. Now, season 2, in the next couple months, they're going to really, really, really improve on jungle and off lane. I feel like bruisers and tanks are going to be a huge shift, and that right there tells me that next season support classes are going to be outrageously tanky and extremely powerful. They're going to try to provide that with everyone else. So I'm guessing, and this is just a guess, they're going to buff Muriel next season. They're going to nerf Decker and nerf Narbash, but not in a direct sense with these 3 terms. What I mean by that is they're going to rearrange and alter and rework, as they say, quote unquote, an item on a support reign. So I think this is what's going to happen, and that's going to result in Muriel being just a little bit better. That's what they've been trying to do, is use items to make supports just a little bit better, but certain supports. Which right now, developers of Media Studios, you are doing great on everything else, but the support items are really bad. They're really bad items, like the crest items. They're just really bad items. You got to rework some of them. I mean, this new one that you just provided with the cleanse is not good. Why'd you even put healing on it? There's no real scale to it. It scales up to 600. That's nothing. Are you kidding me? So I don't know. The decisions are weird when it comes to supports, in my opinion. Up and down a little bit, but the next couple months I see them basically rearranging items in a way where it fixes the season 1 kind of catastrophe they started with supports. Bruisers, tanks, huge buffs, huge changes, reworks. I think Severog is going to get a minor rework on some of his abilities, and then most items for tanks and bruisers are going to be changed and reworked. Most of them, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be huge. So I think next season, in the next couple months, we're going to see a lot more jungle players, which we need, and we're going to see a lot less ADC players, which we need. We need to really even out the playing field. So far, from what I've seen, is that what in 100% scale, there's still like 60% people picking ADC. 15 people, doing support, and I think only like 40%, or not even 40, like no, it's not even 40. It's like 22% was jungle or something like that, and it's crazy low. Now, obviously, those numbers fluctuate whenever you get to a higher elo, but whenever you get into an elo for casuals, that's what you get. You rarely get jungles, and you rarely get supports, but you get a lot of ADCs, you get a lot of mids, and you get a lot of off lanes. So I think we're gonna see that shift. Casuals are gonna start evening out. They're gonna start seeing more jungles and more supports, and I think high elos it's going to even out because they're gonna stop using meta characters and meta items, because all these new items coming up are actually overseeing those items and countering them, if you will. So I think that's what they're going to do. I think that's the general plan. I think it's really great. I did do some asking questions to Sundown on his stream today. I did ask him in a little bit of some questions. He did say he can't say anything that hasn't been publicly announced, but he did give out some hints that the Huntress is going to be a significant role, and the future of the characters are going to be a little bit more, just as complex as her, which makes me think that their combo abilities, or abilities you can combo with others that are significantly powerful. I think that's what's the goal. Remember, season 1 was all about ADCs and mages, mid, if you will. They only tweaked up the fighters and assassins. I think they're gonna do that with next season as well, just as they did with this season. They're just tweaking up the just a little bit on that to make them just a little bit better, or a little bit worse, depending on where they are. But bruisers and tanks, or whatever you want to call them, they're going to get reworked and changed and buffed and nerfed, wherever the case may be. That's their season 2. Season 2 is the tank season. We're going to see huge amount of tanks. We're going to see some major changes in support items. We're going to see some balance changes in some ADCs to where they're tweaked out to be normal. We're going to see some huge buffs on off lane. It's going to be a wild season next season. I think it's going to be ridiculously crazy. It's going to be a lot of fun. But as a support character, you're going to need some tank items, and you're going to need some items that prevent or actually help you with your CC, or give you a prolonging effect, like a reduced healing effect. That anything that can be that useful or used for the jungle and for the tanks to modify or magnify is going to be huge. So as a Muriel, Q is going to be your godsend whenever you see your jungle. Q, whenever you see your off lane come in for the last fight, you want to right click them, and you want to support your ADCs as much as possible, or via your off lane, depending on who gets attacked first. So I mean, you want to do those rotations. I think we're going to see also in this next season, I think before we come to a close, I talk too much, I know, we're going to see huge changes in the game time. I think the game time right now, on average, is about 45 minutes to an hour if you play at the full game, and it's an even game. But I think that's going to change to 30 to 40 minutes, cut in half. I think it's going to be cut in half, damn near. And what makes me think that is because, again, they're buffing up tanks and bruisers, which they're the incentivizers for fights. So I think we're going to be getting a lot of incentivication. But then again, I think at the same time, it's going to be the same amount of kills and deaths. So about 50-50. It's really, really cool. I think the game developers are doing a really good job. I'm going to end this with, I'm coming up with something really crazy and really fun. I'm going to try to organize my own little tournament. So we're going to see what that goes and how that goes. We're going to create our own little league with point systems and everything. That'd be kind of cool. In any event, this was my talk about the future of Predecessor for the next 2 months and what we've accomplished in season 1 so far. I thank you so much for the support, and I really do hope you guys enjoy your day and slay it out there, guys. All right, I'll see you guys later.